Hi, I'm Pox.
I'm Couch Guy.
You're watching the Two Smart Guys show, where every week we bring you the latest and greatest in tech news, mods, hacks, and just general goodiness.
Well, the fun stuff only.
Yeah, so we just wanted to put out a really quick video this week on the PlayStation 4. Because
it was just announced.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm in a hotel room, so there's a little bit of a Skype-ish delay in the audio sync. But yeah, we just wanted to go over some of the specs because some of them are pretty impressive.
Well, and Pox and I have been talking about this machine for a while, and some of our answers, most of our questions were never answered. But based on what we're seeing, it looks like it's going to meet the expectations everybody's looking for. It's going to have a new processor. It's going to have a huge GPU.
Yeah,
looks
1.84 teraflops.
Teraflops.
Yeah, so in the comments below, how many did the other systems have, like the PS3?
We were trying to do the calculations. I don't think that it ever met 1 teraflop of GPU processing ability because I think it was still in the maybe, if we're lucky, I think it was less than 50 gigs.
I remember they used to say how many millions of polygons it could draw. So they, like the N64 was like 256 polygons, but the PlayStation 1, it could do like 2 or 3 times that. So it could do more polygons, but it couldn't do any of the texturing or the anti-aliasing. So when they did that in software on the PS1, it didn't look as good as the Nintendo 64 and blah blah blah. Yeah. And another big thing is it's got 8 gigs of RAM, which going from 512, which actually was just 256
DDR5
for the video and 256 for the system. It wasn't a lot. So
yeah, it was, and that's the thing to think about, the fact that this system has stayed relevant with really a bunch of what we would consider today shortcomings. It's still, it's a slow load, but this system still plays pretty nice games, does 3D, does all these things. I think Sony is making another benchmark and saying we're looking this far in the future. Don't be afraid. I was thinking they were going to dump everything but HDMI. They put analog out.
That's weird.
So they still want you to be able to play your grandma's TV. Yeah. But it's USB 3 is going to be on this. It's got the updated Bluetooth 2.1.
Gigabit Ethernet, which is interesting.
It's going to have a gigabit Ethernet system.
USB 3
on there, which
is the first system to have 3.
So
interesting.
It's really got a lot of specs on it. Now, the things that I wanted answered, and I know that Pox wanted answers, is this going to be a 4K system? If I had my bets, I would say yes. 1.84 teraflops running at, even if you want to run 60 frame, just like we're running now in 720. I don't know if we could make 60 frame off 4 gig at that point.
I think
4K at that point.
I think that this is going to be their delivery system for 4K TVs. They'll announce it with the 4K TVs at NAB. I guarantee it. It's that simple. They'll be like, you want 4K content on your brand new big TV and cameras that shoot 4K? Buy the PS4 and it'll be able to stream the content in whatever service Sony's doing these days. Yeah.
Well, it stayed with the Blu-ray medium, so I'm wondering whether or not this is going to be a new denser ability to Blu-ray built into this, because we've heard about new denser capacities for Blu-ray. We haven't really seen them out in the wild except for some professional uses. So I'm betting that this is going to have a denser Blu-ray system into it. It's a little bit faster. It's a 6x system, so it's a little bit faster disk speed.
I bet they'll do a new Blu-ray spec, and the media will be the same, but it'll just be using is it H.264 or?
Well, they may be doing H.264, or they may be doing because they were doing a drive capacity that was far and above the 50 gigabytes we're used to right now on some of the professional stuff. Yeah. So they may be doing that multi-layer material with this new spec.
The current ones are only do 2 layers, and they've demoed like 6 or 8 layers.
I think I've seen an 8-layer system. Yeah, it's almost a terabyte of capacity we go up to.
anyways,
I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. You're gonna, with 1.8 teraflops, there's no way that this thing is going to lag at all when it's doing HD. I can't imagine that it's going to lag when it gets to 2K. That's a huge amount of. I can't even fathom what 1.8 teraflops does for graphic processing.
It'll be interesting to see. And it's the other interesting thing is it's x86 based, so it's back like an Xbox, original Xbox. It's PC based, which is different.
It's PC based with a huge, new Jaguar AMD processor. So, in your comments below, we want to hear what your expectations are. What do you think?
And do the accessories mean anything to you guys? Like the new PlayStation Eye, that's like a Kinect clone, and the new controller.
What about the fact that it's not going to be backwards compatible with any PS3 games that you have on disc? It's going to be able to be, their Sony Entertainment Network is where they're going to want to get most of their stuff to you, maybe or maybe
they're
not.
Talking about
really
streaming old games, system. But I mean, we have to rebuy them. It didn't seem too clear, unless we missed something.
This is I've seen a couple of people already say that they don't, because of the lack of acknowledgement to PS3, that they're not going to support it. So a lot of hypothetical in this, but are you going to post the entire press release in the notes?
I'll post a link to them.
The specs.
I'll post the specs and the link, because I don't think I can post the whole thing, and I don't think it'll fit.
Okay, so we'll just put the specs in that. But we want to hear about what you think about it.
So thanks guys for tuning in, and please subscribe to the feed. Let us know what you want to see in the shows.
Live shows on Wednesday nights at a mountain time that you'll see somewhere near 8:30 Mountain Time. And then new shows every Monday.
TwoSmartGuys.com. Bye.
This has been the Two Smart Guys Productions.